was absolutely crazy that it didn't go through. And now I think after that was, disappointed, and I was upset at the time, but I had to go back to Swansea, and just do what I've been doing, and we've got so much, quality throughout the team. We fully believe in ourselves, and we've got to pick ourselves up and do better. And the manager believes in us as well. And at Manchester United, maybe game every 3 days, it was game, rest. So I'd say that's a little bit different. You have the week to kind of plan out.
Hi and welcome to the Final Whistles Premier League Weekly presented by Live Now. I'm your host, Deepan.
And I'm Raushan.
Raushan, it's been some time since we did a Zoom interview like this. And when in Zoom, it's someone from abroad. In the last few weeks, we have had the likes of Craig Foster from Australia. We had Fabrizio Romano from Italy. And of course, AFTV's Robbie Lyle on the show. But today's episode feels a little extra special.
I see what you did there, Deepan. Cheeky shout out to all the people in the playlist. So if you're listening, you're watching, like, share, subscribe, check out the various names, especially Mr. Here We Go, Fabrizio Romano. I really enjoyed that. But Deepan, why is today so special?
Because today we've got a current English Premier League player. He's played for Manchester United and he's currently playing for Leeds United. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know. When you mention those two names already, the only names that come to mind is Alan Smith, Rio Ferdinand, and Eric Cantona. But you say current Premier League player. So I'm good at trivia, but I'm going to leave you to this one.
Calm down. I would love to have Eric Cantona on the show, especially. Maybe, who knows, we might have him in the future. But for today, we have one of the fastest players in the English Premier League. I know that because when I'm on FIFA, I love to abuse the pace of players. And I always
I thought you were gonna say because you're very fast yourself. And
that's of course true as well. But today on this show, we have someone as quick as me. And that's, of course, Leeds United's flying winger, Daniel James. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Daniel, fabulous to have you with us. First things first, how are you enjoying life at Leeds United?
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's absolutely, an honour to be here, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to, the future here.
All right, Daniel, you of course came close to joining Leeds United back in 2019, and of course that move didn't transpire at that time. But you are now here at Leeds United. How has the roller coaster of emotions been for you from being close to joining and now being there at the club?
Yeah, the first time obviously it was absolutely crazy that it didn't go through, and now I think after that was, disappointed, and I was upset at the time, but I had to go back to Swansea, and just do what I've been doing, and to get the interest in the first place. But yeah, I think 2.5 years since, and now I'm here, and I think that roller coaster emotions helps you as a player and a person, because I think in football, if everything's high all the time and you hit a low, it's hard to deal with that. I think throughout your career you always have ups and downs. It's just you can't get too low, and you don't want to get too high either, because there's always times where maybe not have the best game you want, and you can get down there. So it's you always want to keep yourself on level.
Ride the lows and then enjoy the highs a bit more. I get completely what you're saying. Speaking of lows, Leeds United are struggling a little in the Premier League as the season goes on. But based on what you've seen, results aside, do you think there's something in there that you guys are going to turn it good soon enough?
Yeah, as you say, maybe we've not had the start we've wanted to. But the leagues, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and we've got so much more to bring. We've got so much, quality throughout the team. We fully believe in ourselves, and we know we've got to pick ourselves up and do better. And the manager believes in us as well. And I've not been here long, but it's an unbelievable group of lads with great mentality, and that's going to show.
You talk about the manager, Marcelo Bielsa, is someone that we've heard a lot about through the media. As someone who works with him, how is he like as a man manager, and in terms of the training sessions that he puts out?
Yeah, he's obviously well respected around the world by the top managers, and I've seen it firsthandly. As I can see why they do respect him so much, and everyone respects him here so highly. And yeah, he's great. Obviously, it's a little bit different to what I've done before, but I wouldn't say massively different. I obviously played the way they played anyway, and it was nice to come here doing that. I think the sessions are obviously a little bit different because we play in that unique way. But yeah, I'm just enjoying it, you know, and I'm enjoying learning. You know what I mean, and I mean going through clips and how can I improve, and that's something that I want to continue to do because I think here you can never be comfy because he always wants better and always more, and I think that's what you want as a player. I think it's easy to be somewhere and just, I mean, just be on that level where you're just comfy. But no, I mean, what do you aspire to be? Do you want to be better? And that's by being demanding that helps players so much. You know, you sometimes you're at points where you think, I mean, I'm good here, and then he tells you something, you're like, "Whoa, I didn't even realise," and you need to pick up a little, and it's great as a player. I think you love it.
Daniel, sorry, I just have to ask slightly off the cuff this one, but we watch Leeds United play, and it's so high intensity. How knackered are you at the end of training every single time? Because I can't imagine putting myself through paces like that.
Yeah, you know, it's it's high demanding, but yeah, I think everyone gets used to it. Kind of, you've got to build that tolerance, and as I said before, it's kind of the system I play already. So coming here, you know, I didn't have to build that tolerance. You know, obviously, and it needs to be obviously better, but I didn't have to do it too much. It was the style of play. You know, I used to play that on the weekend whenever I played. So I think the only difference is obviously the weeks and obviously the murder ball that everyone speaks of, and everyone's always crazy. I mean, it's enjoyable, you know. We all love it. So yeah, it's obviously tired coming in, but I mean, the effects and has on the weekend to go and run for 90 minutes is, I mean, if we didn't do that, then we wouldn't be able to play the way we did. And yeah, it's great.
Daniel, it's hard for me not to ask you to make a comparison between what's at Leeds United now and at Manchester United. But in terms of training, you speak a lot about what it's like at Leeds United. If you were to compare it to your week drills at Manchester United, what's the key differences?
No, there's not many differences, you know, in kind of how you set up. Everything's obviously tactical for the weekend, and I think midweek's always that one where you want to, you know what I mean, get that physical part out of it. But yeah, I wouldn't say too much. I don't like to go into detail of what we do and what I did when I was there. But yeah, I think the aspects of his, I mean, tactical in the middle of the week, it's physical, and then calm it down to end of the week, and it's more specific things to what you're doing at the weekend after you've got that physical part in the middle of the week. I say it's a little bit different. You know, at the minute, obviously we're not in Europe. We have a whole week to go.
Okay, yeah.
So I think when I was obviously at Manchester United, maybe game every 3 days, you know, it was game rest. So I'd say that's a little bit different. You have the week to kind of plan out. Next week you obviously got Arsenal in the Cup, so it's a little bit less. But normal week to week in the Premier League, obviously we've got that. I mean, the ideal Monday to Friday build up.
Yep, and I've got to also mention, right, I know that you don't want to go into too much of detail of what happens at previous clubs, but especially in Asia, there's this notion among fans, Manchester United fans as well, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not really, he's not really the most tactically savvy manager. You, of course, played under him. Would you like to address those comments that, you know, people say that Ole isn't really tactically savvy? You worked with him, you would know best.
Yeah, that's something I can comment on. As a manager, he brought me into Manchester United, and you know, I mean, he was absolutely brilliant with me, and we share great memories there. But it's not something that I can comment on. Sorry.
All right, no worries.
Problem.
One other player I would like to talk about is, of course, Calvin Phillips, a brilliant central midfielder. With him sweeping up everything in the middle, does it make it easier for you as an attacker to focus on the attacking side of the game?
Yeah, I think Calvin's an unbelievable player. I think it's shown, I mean, throughout, I mean, the career he's had coming up, and obviously getting that first England call up, and I mean, being a main starter in that team now, and coming here and seeing what he's like, I mean, in training and games is, you know, he's a great player. And as I said, yeah, he does a lot of the data work in midfield, but he has great build-up play as well. And I think, you know, he's always going to find you, and he's always going to pick up the pieces. And as soon as he gets the ball, he wants to play forward, and that's what you want as a forward player. As soon as you lose the ball, the best part of attack is defending. As soon as you win the ball, you want to be played straight away, and that's what he does.
Daniel, we talk about you being a flying winger. We love it when you're going at full pelt, and your speed is one of your main assets, right? But how do you think, since coming into the Premier League, you've picked up other things sort of to nuance your game slightly?
Yeah, I think when I did come to the Premier League, I think that was a big thing that I wanted to improve on. In the technical bit, as you go into the Premier League, it's higher level, and that's something I've really improved on. But yeah, obviously, so the main attributes is pace, and I think there was a time where I was thinking maybe a little about I've got to be technical and stuff, and but that's not the reason. That's not the reason I'm playing the team. So yeah, it's great to add that bit, but I still need to give first and foremost my main attributes.
Okay.
On behalf of everyone here in Singapore, we do wish you congratulations for becoming a dad recently. Has that given any kind of a knock-on effect in terms of your game?
Thank you. Yeah. No, not at all. It's an unbelievable part of my life, and seeing the birth of your son, there's no better feeling than that. No, not all. There's people say, oh, you're not getting sleep and things, but you've got the right people around you. My missus is obviously being help. Being the biggest help, and I'm so proud of for doing things like this, and she respects. I've got to go out and perform every weekend and be at the best I can. She obviously really respects that. There's help you've got to have at times, and it is going to be tough, but it's a new challenge in my life outside football, and I love challenges in football, and I love challenges away from it. It keeps you very busy and on your toes, and that's what I love. So
Daniel, huge congratulations from me as well. Just before we wrap things up, if you think we're going to let you off the hook, there's one more question about Manchester United, but it's not as hard-hitting as you think it is. 19 February 2022, Leeds United versus Manchester United. If you score, will you celebrate?
I don't know. I think I always say I think when I look at it, I always say, why didn't they celebrate? It's football, but yeah, I do understand why people don't. Obviously, I had a great time there. I've got great friends and great people. But I think when you're an emotion on the pitch, you can't control whether you do or not. You score a goal, you don't just want to stand still. So I don't know. First of all, I've got to go and do it. So we'll see.
If it's a 90th minute winner, I think go on, just celebrate. Why not?
Right, Daniel, before we let you go, of course, we've got a quick rapid fire round, 5 questions that we hope you can give an immediate answer to. Don't worry, it's all easy questions, I think.
And he's pretty rapid as well, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, I'll start off with the first question. Who is the most inspirational player that you've worked alongside?
Inspirational. Juan Mata.
Wow.
One football moment that you've been a part of that you'll always remember?
My debut for Wales, scoring against Slovakia.
Wow. The quickest player you've played with or against?
Kyle Walker.
Wow. 2 footballers who are friends off the pitch.
2 footballers I'm friends with off the pitch.
Yes.
I've got loads. Joe Roden, Ollie McBurney.
Nice. And just finally, 3 people, dead or alive, who you'd love to meet and why? Dead or alive?
3 people I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet Tyson Fury.
Wow.
Denzel Washington.
Oof.
And Barack Obama.
Nice.
3 very different people from different backgrounds are quite interesting there. Daniel, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with us. We definitely enjoyed the conversation with you.
Perfect. Thank you very much.